Hi everyone, I'm Anthony Parolin from RCC Waterproofing, and today we're going to document an exterior waterproofing job. As you can see, we're going to be excavating along the back wall of this house here and doing a 3-foot return around it. During the excavation, I'm going to be walking you through step by step on the process of doing a proper exterior waterproof job. Alright, we're going to let these guys finish the excavation, and we're going to come back when this wall is ready to be waterproofed in the exterior, and we're going to run through it step by step, the process of waterproofing an exterior wall. Now that we've exposed the foundation, you can clearly see that this is a block foundation. The 3 common foundations in the Toronto area are block, concrete, and fieldstone. The issue with the block foundation is it's very difficult to isolate the source of water leakage from the inside to the outside. The reason is because it's center block. There's cavities in the block which allow water to get at one point and then discharge out the weakest point on the inside. So once we clean off this wall, we're going to expose any structural issues with the foundation wall, repair them, waterproof it, and seal it from the outside to allow no more seepage on the inside. Okay, so now we're at the point we've exposed the existing weeping tile. As you can clearly see, these are the original weeping tile that came with the home. They're 12-inch clay weeping tile. Now the way these weeping tiles work is basically they're laid together and there's about a cavity in between them all which allows the water to drain in and then obviously discharge to whatever outlet they have to the street. Now that we've done the excavation, exposed the foundation, cleaned off the wall, we can clearly see that we found 2 structural cracks in the parge. Basically this area over here and this area over here. As you can see, the original parging is at a certain elevation that was at the original time the grading of the home. Now over the years they've raised the grading, but they never raised the actual ceiling of the foundation wall. So we're going to have to seal the foundation all the way up to the existing grading and then waterproof on top of that. So we're just going to open up these cracks right now and do the restoration work on the foundation. We're going to start to pull up the existing weeping tile and grade the area for the installation of the new weeping tile. So once we remove the weeping tile, we're then going to take the basic water test on the other side of the weeping tile to make sure the existing weeping tiles are draining properly and obviously not backing up. It would be a shame to install a new weeping tile and have zero drainage at all, so we want to make sure that the existing drainage is going to allow us to put on a new weeping tile and have the proper drainage for this house. So we removed the existing weeping tile around the perimeter of the actual footings. We are now going to water test the existing weepers to make sure they're functioning properly. So basically we're going to put a hose in there, run the water for about 10 to 15 minutes just to ensure that we have proper drainage. So we're currently removing the existing weeping tile. We are then going to replace that weeping tile with this 4-inch corrugated, perforated, filter cloth weeping tile. Now the beauty of this weeping tile is, as you can see, it's perforated around the entire pipe, which will allow us to grab the water from every side of the actual footings, not only from the top, but also water coming up. We are now at the restoration point of the project. So as you can see, we're now sealing the above grade foundation blocks that have been exposed and haven't been properly waterproofed. We're going to apply a Parge, which is going to be a non-shrinkable material that's going to allow us to fill every cavity in the block and seal it prior to putting on the rubber, which is going to be the waterproofing end of the actual exterior waterproofing job. So now that we've done the restoration work to the foundation here, we're going to start to apply the HydroGuard, which is a trowel-on rubber. Now, in this situation here, there are two options. You can use a trowel-on or a peel and stick, which we refer to as a blue skin. And the reason why we elect to go with the trowel-on is because when you add this material to the wall, what happens is it gets into every little cavity, so there's no air pockets, or it's basically seamless. So it's kind of like wrapping your house with an elastic band. So this is the option that we always choose for those purposes only, because once the HydroGuard is applied to it, it becomes simultaneously one piece of rubber. So now that we've applied the first coat of the HydroGuard, we're then going to reinforce it with a fabric mesh. Right now he's currently going to be installing the mesh and then embedded it into the first layer. After that sets up, we'll then apply a secondary layer, which will be the final layer of rubber. We've currently applied our first coat of rubber with the reinforcement mesh. We are now then going to activate the material with an accelerator, so therefore we can put on our finish coat within minutes. We've applied our first coat, and as you can see, it is set up. And the reason how we know that's happened is when you apply the initial coat, it's going to be a brown consistency. Once it starts to cure after we put the accelerator on, the material then turns black, ready for the second application. Now that we've finished the waterproofing on the foundation and the HydroGuard is set up, we are now ready to install the drainage board. So as you can see, we've installed the membrane. We're now going to add our 8 inches of gravel on top of the footings to allow adequate drainage to the weeping tile. And the final stage of installing the membrane is to add the termination bar to the top. As you can see, Marco's installing it, fastening it. It'll then be caulked at the top to secure the area so no debris can get in between the membrane. So as you can see, we have completed our waterproofing project for this home. We're now going to continue to backfill with the native soil, compact it in lifts, clean up the area, and we're off.